515, beginning page 6.
Yes. First of all, I'd like to mark as Exhibit 57 the subpoena ducis tecum that was attached to Ms. Honerkamp's deposition today. You do remember getting that, right? We went through
Yes, sir.
We went through this already. I just forgot to admit it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And then the other thing is, as long as I have you here, Miss Davis, I have 8 different medical record authorizations for doctors you've identified. If you want to take a little time and look them over, that's fine. The doctor's name, you can read it, but the doctor's names are on top. If you know the dates of service and want to write them on there, that's fine. Or if you know a month or a year or any way you can narrow it down, that's based on the information that you gave us either during your deposition or in the interrogatories. So while we wrap things up, if you want to look those over, that's great.
But we did find some more medical records yesterday.
Well, this allows us to get them from the doctors, which
Right,
saves you.
I found a whole bunch.
Go ahead.
Okay,
I'll pass the witness to you.
All right. My name is Karen Matlock, and I represent Defendant Lonnie Davis in this lawsuit. And we've had some discussions with Carol Davis and the witness, Ms. Honerkamp. Is that right, Ms. Honerkamp?
Yes.
And you've indicated to me that you would like to come back and finish later because you are very tired. It's been a long day.
Yes.
And we have had, I think we're all in agreement that we can continue this later at an agreed time, and we'll try to get together next week. We'll all talk and try to come up with a mutually agreeable date. I think that it's going to take a little over 2 hours at the most, probably not more than 3 hours to finish up.
And again, I reserve my right to follow up and ask a few follow-ups that I said before we were breaking today.
And Ms. Honerkamp has agreed to appear for the continuance of her deposition without being re-subpoenaed. Is that right, Ms. Honerkamp?
Yes.
Okay. Are there any other matters that we need to address while we're still on the record?
The tax returns.
The tax returns?
If you want them or whatever it is, you'll have to get, I don't have any. I mean, what you've asked for, I don't have. Right now, I think I'm going to have to subpoena them myself from the CPA that did something. We don't, I mean, it's real vague. So if you, Russell
The
said.
business records that you're asking her to produce regarding the cost.
The 3 years.
You have a tax records return you
The
want?
3 years you
I have-
asked for.
There's two. I asked for the tax returns for 2001, 2002, 2003.
That's the one I'm looking for now.
So you don't even have those in your possession.
I don't think they exist.
Okay.
If they do, it's questionable.
Did you file a tax return those years?
Well, let's just say a CPA filed.
You signed them.
No.
Were tax returns filed for you in 2001, 2002, or 2003?
I believe 1999 was filed. I signed. Other than that, I have no idea at this point.
And you said something about receipts. I don't think that's what we're talking about here.
But I have receipts.
We have checks
And
and
with
receipts.
checks.
She has a lot of checks and receipts.
Well,
But that's the part I'm saying. How do I don't know how. And I have lists and little things, but I don't know this. What I asked for was.
Well, to the degree that, and you still have a copy of this, right? I can give you another one.
Yes.
To the degree that you have documents that match up, for example, any and all receipts of money spent on behalf of Carol Davis,
Yes, I
any of
have
the
all
16 items I asked about. Some of them you did bring today and we went over.
But I have a whole bunch that needs to be organized for you.
Okay, well, if you could bring those to the continuation of this deposition, it would be my understanding that would be compliance with the
Yeah.
subpoena ducis tecum, because the deposition is technically still ongoing. So,
That's right.
so if you bring, I think
No,
that's right.
I understand what
So
you're saying. I have. It's
okay.
just.
Yeah, so this
Preliminary
is
needs to be
still in
done.
force.
Yes.
And so if you could bring the responsive documents, it would be.
I do
good.
have things.
Okay.
It's just.
Are we done? Okay. Anything else, Ms. Davis?
But I need to ask what form they need to take.
Then we're going to talk about how we're going to handle the rest of these copies.
We'll do that off the record.
Off the record? Okay.
Yeah.
Off the record, 5:19.